Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another edition here of Intuitive Angling. Thank you very much for taking some time to watch the video. And you guys that are following the tournaments may know that the Bassmaster Elite Series is fishing up at the St. Lawrence River right now and catching unbelievable bags of smallmouth up there. It's like you've never seen before. Today's video, I want to talk about why places like the St. Lawrence River, St. Clair, Lake Erie, all these mega smallmouth places are terrible venues for tournaments. I'm going to give you guys some opinions on that and address a couple other topics with it as well. So real quick before we get into that, I just want to invite everybody out there, if you haven't had a chance to check out the View Products tab on my YouTube channel, I invite you to do that. As soon as you click on the video, you'll see a thing that says View Products. If you click on that and click on any of the products that I suggest on there, the channel gets a small percentage of that of the click each time. It's a good way to support the channel if you'd like to do that. Much appreciated. Okay, guys. Obviously, I'm going to get a lot of negative feedback on this one because everybody's going to, say, "Oh, what are you talking about? This is the greatest fishing of all time up there," and that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is twofold. It's number one, I'm going to tell you guys why I think that the St. Lawrence River and St. Clair and Erie and Champlain, all those type of places are terrible venues for tournaments, and then sort of like maybe make a suggestion on some changes on the tournament formats to make it a little bit more fair to everybody out there. First of all, I've had a chance to fish all those fisheries up there: St. Lawrence River, St. Clair, Erie, Boundary Waters, Champlain, all the epic smallmouth fisheries up there. And you can't, nobody's debating the fact that the fishing's phenomenal up there, and it's for a couple different reasons. They have a very short growing season, or excuse me, they have a short season up there. Lakes are frozen over a lot. They don't get the fishing pressures the lakes down in the Midwest and the South do. There's a lot of other species up there that takes the pressure off the bass. There's a wide range of reasons why the fishing is better up there. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is a place like the St. Lawrence River. It's a terrible place for a tournament because, for example, yesterday, Scott Martin had over 20 pounds of smallmouth, and he was in 60-something place in the tournament. Wasn't even in the money, where you've got somebody that may catch 21 pounds of smallmouth, and they're in the top 30 or 40 with just a pound more, something like that. There's, 30, 40 places only separated by less than a pound in a tournament like that. And this is typical on smallmouth fisheries like St. Clair and Erie like that. You see, super tight, big weights, that type of deal. In my opinion, that is just not fair. That's not fair to guys like Scott Martin, for example. Guys like Scott Martin, they catch a 4-pound average, and they basically get a pat on the back and say good job, but it's not worth anything else. They don't get any money for it. They don't finish high in the tournaments for it. And then you have somebody that finishes, that catches 7 or 8 ounces more than he does, and they finish way up in the money, get a lot of points, and make a good check. So the point of the video is all of these epic smallmouth fisheries like that is notorious for that. That's notorious. The last tournament we fished up at Lake St. Clair, I had 39 pounds and something for 2 days, almost a 4-pound average, and finished like 39th in the tournament. And like I said, and another pound ahead of me finished in the top 20 or something. So here's the deal. It's like everybody out there, like I'll use Scott, for example, in this tournament that spends all the money, all the time, puts in the work, catches these mega bags of smallmouth and don't get anything out of it. To me, something's just inherently not right about that. You should not go out and catch a 4-pound average of smallmouth and get nothing for it. And that is what happens on places like Lake St. Clair, St. Lawrence River, that type of stuff. If you catch 15, 16 pounds of fish up there, you're going to get laughed off the stage for that. A 3-pound average is laughable in any tournament up there. And to me, that is just messed up, that you're not rewarded for catching quality fish like that. Here's my take on the thing about how this could be changed. I think there needs to be some type of format instituted in bass tournaments where you would have your weight figured in to actually making money in the tournament. For example, figure out some type of a system where you would get paid per pound or per ounces. That way, if you catch 20-pound bag of smallmouth instead of a 20-pound 9-ounce bag of smallmouth, you're going to get rewarded for catching a 4-pound average on smallmouth instead of not getting anything. And there's a lot of different ways this can be done. I remember back when we were fishing the top 100s back in the late 80s and early 90s, they had the point system was twofold. You had a point system that you could qualify for the Bassmasters Classic off of your points that you had, your total points accumulated, or the total weight. So they had a weight category and a points category, so you had two different ways to qualify for the Classic. And that would be a perfect example in a deal like this, because you take somebody like Scott Martin. If the Classic was being accumulated by a weight system, then Scott Martin doesn't get hurt by catching 20 pounds a day at St. Lawrence River, but he gets hammered for catching 20 pounds a day at St. Lawrence River based upon the point system. So I think in those terms, it's just like not only that the Classic qualifiers and the points would be determined more fair by going to a weight and point system, but also institute some type of a deal where you got paid on the same deal, where you got paid for the weight of fish you caught in correlation with the points. There's a lot of different ways that you could do that, but as it stands right now, it's just not fair, because there's nothing worse, guys, than driving 1,500 miles to a lake, spending $3,000 to $4,000 on food and lodging and gas and all that type of stuff, and catching a 4-pound average of smallmouth and not getting squat for it, losing money on it. To me, that's just something's messed up about that. So anyway, and I just wanted to throw that video out there. In my opinion, these mega smallmouth lakes, they're great to fish and they're wonderful places to go fishing, but they should be places that people go just for fun. They shouldn't be tournament destinations, in my opinion, because it creates a lot of I don't want to say unlevel playing field, but it creates a lot of frustration and heartache for the people that really perform at a high level and don't get anything from it. That's why my favorite tournaments are the ones that are held on super tough fisheries where there's a big separation in weights. To me, that makes for a lot better tournament situation with that. So anyway, just a few thoughts on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk later. See you.